Mother's Day 2010, a very special day for Dallas Braden and for the Oakland A's. And with Mother's Day weekend upon us, we turn our sights onto really one of the most amazing baseball stories of our generation. Dallas Braden's perfect game on Mother's Day 10 years ago. Joining us on MLB Tonight, Dallas, you have talked about this game until you're blue in the face, I'm sure. But it's still a great conversation for us to have. And I want to take you back to that afternoon. At the time, it was just the 19th perfect game in Major League history. Did you feel like you had something special after throwing your bullpen that day and going out to work, or did it evolve as the game wore on?
Matty V, I don't know what happened. I was, Sack, you can attest to this. Like I was 102, 103 in the bullpen, wipeout slide piece at 90. I was electric. I get out there to the mound and it's 88. How did that happen? I don't know. No, I mean, I was never going to be a dude who was going to dress you up with anything electric on the mound, period. The game plan was always going to have to be hit the glove, try to stay one pitch ahead, and just stay off of the barrel. When I've got absolute beasts up there coming at me from the left and right, all of the CP, you see there, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to do the small things, which is, try to aim small, miss small, and again, let the defense that you guys have seen right here go to work behind me.
Dallas, what I love about you, you're brutally honest. Did you know fourth, fifth inning, you had at least a no-hitter going? Did you know through 4 or 5, like, man, you look up there and you go, man, I haven't given up anything?
No, Zach, and it wasn't until they had a mound meeting. I think at that point in time, it was like 4-0, and they come out and Wego, James Shields is on the mound, right? And I mean that's James at the moment in time in his career where he's just dominating everybody. So anytime you start to get to the other team's guy and it's him, and they're having a mound, well, that's when I kind of took stock and I'm looking up at the scoreboard and look, I need I need no gloves. I need to be barefoot to get all the way to 20. So I'm not very good at math. And I'm watching and I'm like, okay, no hits, no. I'm like, oh damn. Okay. All right. Okay. And that's when it like dawned on me. And I'm just telling myself like, don't screw this up. Don't baby this. Right. That was what I kept. Because Zach, I'd never seen the ninth inning of a big league mound. Like I don't know what a big league mound looks like in the ninth inning at that point in my career. Like I'd never been out there.
Dallas, mid-game, you were like looking inside our dugout, and it almost seemed like you were taunting us. Is that part of your strategy? Because your body language, the way you went about it, man, it just made us want to go out there and really just go deep on you. And I think it worked against us. All that aggression, all that offensive force. Do you use that to your advantage?
So here's a little nugget, man. That day, and obviously you guys don't know this, but that day is the first day that we had started a promotion where if you were from the 209, which is my area code in Stockton, California, if you're from the 209, I'm paying for your ticket to get into the ballpark, right? You just got to show your address. You're from Stockton, and I have paid for your ticket, and you will be sitting in section 209, which is coincidentally placed above your dugout. So not directly above, but the second level above your dugout, right? So there was, if you ask people that were there was, I think there were like 1.2 million people in attendance at this point. For the 1,500 people that were actually there, a lot of them were sitting in that section, right? And so throughout the game, sure, I was looking up there, but there was a point in time, and I actually sat down with Longo and had this conversation with him. When your boy Longo squares around to bunt against me at that time, that's when I'm like, oh, really? Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Longo, why don't you go grab another bat and bring 2 of them up there with you next time? Because it ain't going to help, pal. That's when I started. That's when the bravado started to build, right? And again,
I loved it.
But I needed all that, man. I need that. Am I gonna stare you down with like with what I really have, or do I need to pump my tires before I get out there? So I'm pumping my tires before I get out there. Yeah.
And for fans that aren't aware of kind of the backstory that made this such an amazing baseball human day, is in addition to all the people from the 209 that you had in the ballpark that day, Dallas, your grandmother was there, who, after you lost your mom, was such a big part of your life before, and she was there. And this just, I still get chills watching this, and I would imagine the reaction for you has got to be the same all these years later.
It, I've never, we haven't watched the game. I don't know that I can watch the game. I've sat down when I was out at ESPN. I sat down and kind of went over some moments with my grandmother. But we've never sat down and watched that game together. I don't know that I could ever actually do that. That's just, yeah. Sorry. She was there, man. And that's all that mattered to me. And like a cool story, I know where she sat as well. So I would look up at her in between each inning coming off the mound, that day and every other day that I was starting. And at the end of the ball game, she wasn't there. And I'm kind of like going into panic mode. Like, where's my grandmother? I can't find her. Well, she had made her way down to the dugout. And I don't know how old she was at the time, 70 or something, is on top of the dugout for the last out of the game. And like, you're not allowed on top of the dugout. What are you doing, lady? You're 70 years old. Get down. You're going to break something. And I just remember seeing her, then they're getting her off the dugout, and I'm just like pointing at her, like, get her over here. That was the only person I wanted to see. Like, everything else just kind of like a movie, kind of fades away. It gets fuzzy. She was the only one that I could focus on. I didn't have any words, and I just wanted to, I wanted to embrace her, because that was all I could do, was like, look, if you can feel my heartbeat, maybe if you can just feel what I'm feeling right now, you can understand, because I'm not going to have the words for you right now, and I'm sorry about that, but feel this, because this is an entire lifetime coming to a head right here, right now.
Amazing. I know the answer to this, but just because we want to get this little piece of video in before we run out of time with you, 10 years later, looking back at your career with the A's and your new career as a beekeeper, which yielded the sweeter substance? Your time on the mound or what you're doing now? What is going on here?
This right here has quickly become a passion. You can see down there on the right-hand side, upper right-hand side as well. That's larvae right there. Those are baby workers coming to the forefront. You can see some of the other folks. These are all ladies, by the way, very hardworking ladies. They're feeding them. They're eventually going to raise the next generation. Look, we've got murder hornets touching down over here stateside. Somebody's got to take up arms here, boys. I'm going to go ahead and do the yeoman's work for all of you, all right? You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. And I am here. I am here. And you will taste the fruits of our labor. Because, again, total team effort. It's me and the ladies, Matty V. Me and D's.
Dallas Braden, the beekeeper, it just doesn't surprise me at all. Did not at all. I think it's an awesome thing.
That is awesome.
Also awesome, the fact that you took some time with us today. We know you're busy. You got a lot of things going on Barstool. You work with the A's as one of their TV analysts, so thanks for the time. And by the way, if you want to watch Dallas's perfect game, just the 19th in Major League history, and it came against a really good Rays team, Carlos Pena batting fifth on a division championship team that year that would win 96 games. This wasn't the Bad News Bears that he perfecto. This was a pretty good hitting club. We're going to air it for you Sunday, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Oaktown time, right here on MLB Network.